When we discuss what makes a good man in the context of dating, what do we really mean? For some, it's about finding someone who checks off the basic qualities: good-looking, successful, and charismatic. I'm so glad you're here because today we're diving deep into a question that seems to be on everyone's mind. Do good men really exist in dating? It's something we've all wondered at one point or another, and if you've been on the dating scene, it's probably crossed your mind more than once. Today, I'm going to explore this question, share my personal experiences, go on a series of dates, yes, you heard that right, and talk about what we can all do to find those good men. You don't want to miss this one, so stay tuned and let's get into it. So, let's start with this. When we talk about good men in dating, what exactly does that mean? For some people, it's about finding someone who meets all the surface-level qualities: handsome, successful, and charming. But what about the deeper stuff? You know, the qualities that really make a man good in the long run? Emotional intelligence, respect, kindness, commitment. Those qualities can't always be seen right away, but they're what really make a relationship work. Over the years, I've encountered my fair share of not-so-great guys. You know the ones. The guys who seemed perfect at first but turned out to be emotionally unavailable, manipulative, or just not willing to put in the effort. But, and here's the twist, I've also met some truly amazing men who have made me believe that good men really do exist. They've shown me that with the right qualities, a relationship can be something healthy, loving, and sustainable. So today, we're going to dive deep into whether these good men are out there, and how we can find them. Why this topic matters. Now, why is this topic important? Well, whether you're single, dating, or in a relationship, it affects us all. It's about more than just finding someone. It's about knowing what we truly need from a partner. It's about looking beyond just physical attraction or checking boxes on a dating profile and focusing on deeper qualities that make a relationship last. I know for me, after a few bad experiences, it started to feel like finding a good man was like searching for a needle in a haystack. And I know many of you probably feel the same way. Dating can get exhausting, and it's easy to feel discouraged when things don't work out. But here's the thing. I believe we can all learn from each other, and by being open and honest, we can navigate the dating world with more confidence and clarity. So let's get real about what it takes to find that good guy, and why it sometimes feels so challenging. Challenges in dating. So, what are some of the obstacles we face in dating? Oh, there are plenty. Who here hasn't been on a date where everything seemed great at first, only to realize that something was off? Or been in a relationship that started out smooth but then the cracks began to show as you got deeper into it? Maybe it was trust issues, miscommunication, or differences in what you wanted in the future. These things happen all the time in dating, and they can make us question whether good men are out there at all. But here's where it gets tricky. Sometimes it's not that good men don't exist, it's that we've been looking for them in all the wrong places, or under the wrong expectations. I want to talk about some of these expectations that we have and how they can actually set us up for disappointment. The pressure of perfection. First up, let's address the pressure of perfection. Society has this idea that a good man is someone who's perfect. Someone who never makes mistakes, always says the right thing, and is constantly loving and romantic. But let's be real, nobody's perfect. And when we set those unrealistic expectations, it can create unnecessary pressure on ourselves and the people we date. When I first started dating, I thought I had to find someone who ticked off every single box on my list, like a checklist for the ideal guy. But over time, I realized that's not how love works. It's about finding someone who aligns with your values, someone who compliments you, not someone who matches an impossible list of flawless traits. Because here's the truth. The best relationships come from growth, patience, and compromise, not perfection. Societal pressures, another huge factor? Societal pressure. How many times have we been told that if we're not in a relationship by a certain age, something's wrong with us? Or that if we're not married by a certain time, we've somehow failed? This kind of thinking can make us feel like we have to settle for someone who isn't right just to avoid the stigma of being single. Trust me, I get it. But I want to remind you of something really important. Being single is okay. Being in a relationship with the wrong person is a lot worse than being single, trust me. Sometimes, the pressure to settle down can make us rush things. And when we rush, we tend to overlook red flags. It's important to take your time and make sure the person you're with is someone who truly aligns with your goals and values. Don't settle just for the sake of not being single. Miscommunication and boundaries. Now, let's talk about something else I've noticed in my own dating journey: miscommunication. How often have we assumed that our partner knows exactly what we want or need without actually telling them? We might expect them to read our minds, but in reality, we have to communicate clearly and directly. Take me, for example. There was a time when I would expect my partner to just get it, without me saying anything. But as I grew, I realized how important it is to be open about my needs, my boundaries, and my desires. It's not just about asking for things, it's about being clear, transparent, and honest from the start. What does it mean to be a good man? So let's go back to that question. What does it mean to be a good man? Because a good man isn't just someone who meets certain superficial standards. A good man is emotionally intelligent, respectful, and committed. Emotional intelligence is key. It's about understanding your own emotions and respecting your partner's. It's about communicating openly, being empathetic, and willing to work through challenges together. Respect is another huge one. It's about valuing each other's time, thoughts, feelings, and boundaries. When someone truly respects you, they don't try to control you or manipulate you. They uplift you and encourage your growth. And commitment. It's more than just saying the words, it's about showing up when things get tough. A committed partner is someone who sticks with you, who makes the effort even when life gets complicated, personal journey and growth. Let me tell you, I've had my share of experiences that helped me grow and understand what I really need in a partner. I once dated a guy who seemed perfect, charming, smart, funny. He checked all the boxes, right? But soon enough, I realized he was emotionally unavailable. He didn't know how to communicate, and every time something went wrong, he shut down. That was a wake-up call for me. I realized that just because someone fits the surface-level qualities doesn't mean they're a good partner in the long term. So I began to prioritize emotional intelligence, respect, and commitment over those perfect traits that don't really matter in the end. Finding real connections. It wasn't easy at first, but once I made the shift and started looking for someone who valued deep connection, things started to change. I started attracting people who were more authentic, who were looking for the same things I was. And let me tell you, it's been a game changer. Finding a good man isn't about finding someone flawless. It's about finding someone who's willing to grow with you, someone who's committed to building something real and meaningful. What we can take away. So here's the takeaway. Yes, good men do exist. But it's important to understand that they're not perfect, and they won't always come wrapped up in a package that matches our unrealistic expectations. They're out there, but they might not look like what we expect. We need to focus on building connections with people who share our values and priorities. And we need to be patient. Real love takes time to develop. It's not about rushing, it's about building something strong and lasting. Thanks so much for watching and joining me on this journey into the world of dating. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Have you had experiences with good men in dating? Are you still looking for that person? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new upload. Thanks again for being here, and I'll see you in the next video.